Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Today I have a pretty bright shimmer pastel colours look for you today. Now I'm using the Fenty Beauty, and this is the Killawatt highlighter. So it's meant as a highlighter, but they do say you can use it on your eyes. Now one side is called Sandcastle, which is a beautiful goldy bronze colour, champagne. And the other is a very, very light blue colour. So I'll just swatch them on my hands for you, so you can see the colours. They're to die for. So I'm glad you can use it on your eyes, because these are my colours. I love it. So I went ahead and created that for you. So I did go through a full face in this video, and a couple of the sections I have fast forwarded just so that this video is not so long. So if you'd like to see me using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter on my eyes, then just keep watching. Now I've already primed my face, so I've used, as usual, my Tarte Clean Slate for my pores, and then I've used my sample again in Hourglass Beige. Okay, I've got a new foundation brush, Fenty Beauty. I've used it once before and washed it. It did stain a little on one side. So I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way. Now this is a bit dark for me at the moment, so I'm going to mix my Zelens Age Control, I think it's called, yeah. So this is in Porcelain, which is quite light. So this one's a little bit orange for me at the moment. I don't remember it being so orange. So I used to use this all the time in summer. So I'm going to mix a little bit of both and then just stir it up on my hand. Let's see how that goes. That's looking better. That looks better for me. Okay, so we're going with my new foundation brush. I don't think I've used or mixed up enough colour, to be honest. So it's giving me pretty good full coverage. I like the Too Faced because it is a little bit dewy. So I can't wear matte foundations these days, as I've gotten older. And the Zelens is probably my most favourite foundation of all. Okay, so next up I'm going in, as always, with my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector on my Morphe E20. Just a little bit of product underneath my eyes there. Up into the inner corner, down the side of your nose, and then across to the outer corner of your eye. And just patting and buffing that in. And also going in with my MAC Prep and Prime, just a little under my eyes, not right up close to under my eyes where the wrinkles are, but just a little bit further down. Now these products that I use as the base, being a Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector and the MAC Prep and Prime, don't usually change. I do change my foundation out and of course my eyeshadow, but these two products in particular don't usually change because I've just found them to be the best for me. I'm just going to buff that out. This is a Weaver 223, I'm pretty sure. No, 110 face shape brush. I'll buff this in, but then I actually bring that up underneath my eye last. So I'm bringing less product up underneath to where those wrinkles are. And then I'm going back with just my Delium Tools 957, just to blend the edges there. Now at this time I usually go in with my Pixi Crayon combo. This is Wide Awake. This is actually an eye product. But I put that around my nose there where you tend to get a little bit darker, and around my lips. And then just blend that in with a dampened beauty blender. Slightly dampened with some setting spray is what I usually use. Okay, so I'll go in with some bronzer, but first up today I'm just going to pop a little bit of powder. So I'm using the RCMA, this container just drives me nuts. It's hard to actually get product out, and then if you get too much out, you can't put it back in. But the product itself is great. So on a Too Faced powder brush, just a little bit of powder there, and just tap off any excess. I just want to go over that area where I would be bronzing, just so I don't get any streakiness or patchiness, and this helps that. So that's basically the only place if I'm going to be using a powder bronzer or powder blush that I would set beforehand. And just a little bit on my forehead there, down the sides where I ordinarily would put the bronzer, a bit where I put the blush, and that's it for powder. Definitely not underneath my eyes. So in with some bronzer. Today I'm using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in, I think this one is Milk Chocolate Soleil, and my Marc Jacobs bronzer brush, saved up for that one. This is beautiful. It's very, very soft on the skin. So tap off any excess and then just placing some bronzer. A little bit of contour on the nose, so I'm using my Too Faced Cocoa Contour, and I'm using the colour, or the shade Medium Cocoa, which is a little bit cooler colour than the bronzer colour they have in the palette. Just on my Luxie, no, it's a Too Faced contour brush. So I'll just prime my eyes using my Fenty Pro Filter, and then I'll go ahead and do some blush and some highlight while I'm waiting for this to dry down. Concealer buffer brush from Zoeva, got powder all over it. I'm just going to buff that in, just so it's nice and smooth. Okay, so time for some blush. So this is the MAC Sincere, fairly new blush for me. It's pretty neutral, sort of nudie colour basically. It's not real pink and it's not real orange. Like that. So just a little bit of wetness basically for highlight today, nothing outstanding. So I do want my eyes to stand out a little bit. So I'm using my RMS Living Luminizer. I can't believe I forgot the name of that. I've used this forever. Just a little bit on the back of your hand. Warm it up a little. I don't have any powder up here, so I'll just use my finger and pop that in. So you can see that gives you just a bit of a glow rather than a full-on highlight. I do like this a lot. So I'm just going to switch to a powder highlight just for my nose area. This is ColourPop Smoke and Whistles. It's basically the same colour. It's very light, but I just find it easy to put a powder highlight on my nose. If I go in with a cream highlight, sometimes it just picks up that product that I've got on there already, and I find that I end up with no foundation on my nose. So I've switched back to powder highlight on my nose. And this is a good, there's no real colour to it. Looks pinky in the pan, apricot in the pan, but there's really no colour. Go back in, just do a little pat down. Make sure I don't have too much product underneath my eyes there that's settling into those fine lines. So I do this 2 or 3 times throughout my whole makeup application. If I've done my eyes last, I'll do my foundation first. And that's the reason why, so I can go back and just take out excess product. Okay, so I'm going to go in and set my Fenty Beauty eyes. So I'm using my MAC blank type on a large blending brush. This one's from NARS. So I'm just going to set, because I want to put shimmer on my lid, I'm just going to set the top half of my eyes here. So I will be going in with another primer on the bottom half of my eyes, or the lid there. Okay, so first colour I'm going in with is Anastasia's Caramel. So I'm going in on a Smith 217S, so a tapered brush, just on the tip, into the non-existent crease that I have. So my crease is way down here, so I create one up a bit higher. Now I really want that colour on my lid to pop today, so I'm going up a little bit higher with this crease colour than I ordinarily would. And then I'll blend that out in a sec. Okay, so that's on. So I'm going back into blank type, if I can find it, and a Dose of Colours blending brush. I'm just going to blend the very edge of that. So going back in basically with the colour that I set the primer with. So I'm just going over the very edge just to soften that. Now if you feel like that takes a lot of the intensity away, just go back in a couple of times, as many times as you like, until you've got this the way you want it. So I'm probably going to go back in another time with my crease colour. So I just want to bump that up a little bit more. So I'll stick to down low, have my brush horizontal, so I don't want to mess with that blending that I've just done. Okay, so I'll go into on the lid with my Urban Decay eye primer, and this is called Minor Sin. And I just want to place some basically on my lid first up, and then look down, and I want to place some product right where that's going to transfer, so way up in here. Okay, so I'm using the Sandcastle side, which is that beautiful champagne bronze colour, on my Makeup Forever 240 brush. So I'm going in just on the outer edge, or the outside half, and placing that down. And then I want to switch sides of the brush and pick up the blue and go in the inner corner and the first half of my eye. Now going back in with my 217, no extra product on the brush, and I'm just going to blend over that very edge of that colour. I'm just going to grab my brush and just merge the two just slightly. They don't have to be completely blended. I decided to go back in with Caramel on that 217 brush and actually just place a little bit more product there. Just needed a little bit more definition in the crease. little bit of lightness in the inner corner, so I'm going in with Makeup Geek's Ice Queen, which is a white. Just on the inner corner there. A little bit of eyeliner, so I'm using my Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eyeliner in Deja Blue. Alright, going back in with that pencil brush, a Sigma E30 I think it is, and the Fenty Beauty. Now I've never done this on my channel before. Now if you do have a lot of wrinkles under here, I've got a fair few, maybe just use a matte colour for under here, but I'm going in with the brown or the Sandcastle just on the outer edge, and then I'll wipe that off on a towel and then go back in with the blue, so just on the inner half. So going in with some Too Faced Brow this way in Taupe, I think this one is. Okay, so in with my Rimmel Brow this way on a MAC angle brush, just right up underneath that brow, about 2/3 of the way across. Not all, I don't go all the way. It just looks a bit too gaudy on my eyes. Blend that down. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do some mascara and some lashes and some lippy and come back. Okay, so I just went ahead and put some lashes on. I've just used the Ardell Demi Wispies, which are not overpowering for my eyes. I've popped some Naked lip pencil on from MAC, and so I just want to have a really light lip today. So I'm going for, this is Maybelline number 710 Sultry Sand. Very light colour. I love my light lipstick colours. And I might just give it a little bit of gloss, so I'll go over with Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. There's not too much colour in this, it's just more gloss than anything. Okay, so I do like that. That's using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter. Now one side is called Sandcastle, so that's the beige colour, and Minted Mojito, which is the blue. Just absolutely beautiful. So I'll pop in the description bar for you how long that lasted, whether it lasted like a normal eyeshadow would. I hope it does, because I really like that look. It's very light, very summery, spring summery. So if you liked the look, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, click on the notifications bell so you're notified when I upload more content, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.